Hey, greetings, ESL 106. I'm Christy McGee. I am the instructor for this online course. And I made this video just to give you some introductory information to help you see how to do well in this class and some of the things that we're going to be focusing on. So let's just take a look. You're going to find that this class is completely online, that everything we do will be on Canvas, our new online platform. So I want to start off just by thinking about this advanced reading class. And the question I have for you is this: what are the reading skills that you should be thinking about in order to do well in college classes? So most of my students come up pretty quickly with the first one, which is reading faster. College classes give a lot of reading material to their students, and you're going to need to increase your speed as you become more proficient in your field. There's also the question of academic vocabulary. That comes up in every field. Needing to know more vocabulary as non-native speakers, and needing to know more vocabulary in your field of study, whether you're in health sciences, whether you're in information technology, or architecture, or education. So many fields, and all of them have their own academic vocabulary. It's really important as you read to understand main ideas and to sort of see the difference between a main idea and a supporting point. We're going to be looking at that a lot in this class to understand how to summarize a text with the main ideas, how to come up with your own words that paraphrase main ideas in a text, and then responding to a text. How to take those main ideas and agree or disagree, give your own opinion and your own experience to the discussion of the text. So you're going to see these 6 course objectives, we call them, and you can see that these 6 course objectives all line up with those skills that you are going to be needing in college classes, talking about main ideas, specific information, unfamiliar words. Those are just the basics of moving forward in your reading skills. We'll be talking about clues to infer meaning. We'll be looking at the kinds of words that writers often use in order to organize their text and in order to tell you what they are connecting their ideas to. There will be academic vocabulary that we're going to be studying, and we'll be looking at pronunciation as well as meaning when we look at that academic vocabulary. So in order to get started in this class, you're going to need this book. It's called Making Connections For. You can find it at the bookstore. You can also find it online. In your syllabus, I give you all the information and the links to get either an e-copy if you prefer an electronic copy, or the hard copy, which is available for you. Going to need that book right away. We're going to be reading articles in this book every week and discussing them. You're also going to want to have a notebook, and that's really just for taking notes, vocabulary, ideas, outlining, and organizing your ideas when you're reading an article. You're going to need a dictionary, and a lot of students use the dictionary online. That's fine. Some students prefer to have a dictionary that's a hard copy book. So whatever you prefer, that's good. And then you're going to need pens, pencils, and even highlighters. That really helps when it comes to annotating an article, taking notes, finding the main points inside the article. So guys, when you go to Canvas, you're going to be looking for our class. It will say something like this. This was a summer class, but you're going to look for our class. It will be ESL 106 DL01, and you'll have these options after you open the class. Go to modules. Definitely you can look at the announcements and you'll find the syllabus there. It's in the modules that you're going to find the coursework. And that's what I just want to highlight for you right now. So each week, a module will open for you. And right now you're going to find module 0 and module 1. They're open. Inside each module, you're going to find a vocabulary chart, usually about 10 words a week that you need to learn. You're going to find an assignment that has to do with a reading skill. And these reading skills come from the book. You'll see some practice in the book, and I'll give you an assignment to turn in on Canvas. Also a reading assignment, and that basically is an article from your textbook, reading, taking notes, and answering some questions about one of the articles. And then there will be a discussion question about the reading you're doing. And this is something you will answer on the discussion board so that others can see your answer. You can respond to others' answers. There's also a quiz or a test in each module. And you're going to see a few videos. I give you videos with more explanation, more practice for each of these reading skills. And there will be a checklist for you just to make sure you know what you have to turn in and when it's due each week. That's how I'm going to be grading you in this class. So you can see that there are many parts to your grade. The tests, 3 tests, will be 30% of your grade. And you're going to see when you look on the schedule that there's a specific date for each of those tests. It's really important that you pay attention to when the tests are given. In addition, there are the assignments we just talked about. You'll have assignments every week to turn in. There are quizzes each week, discussion posts each week. The last week of class, we will have a final assignment, and it is really the culmination of all the assignments you've been doing to show that you know how to summarize, annotate, handle an article. And there will be a final reading exam, and that will be a lot like the tests that you take throughout the class. So hopefully by the last week, you will be ready for those final exam and assignment. Both of them are worth a lot for your final grade. You're going to need to get at least 70% in order to pass. If you're below 70%, we ask you to take the class again, keep working on your skills. So how much time should you expect to spend in order to improve your reading skills, in order to do well in this class? I want you to think about 8 to 10 hours a week, and that means more than once getting online and looking at the assignments in each module. 3 or more blocks in your schedule would be good, using maybe 2 to 3 hour blocks in order to learn the vocabulary, read the article, work on a skill assignment. So think about these ideas, these blocks of work as you create a schedule for yourself this semester. You're going to need to turn things in each week in order to be ready for the unit tests that are going to be coming usually every 3 weeks. Check the course schedule and you'll see. If you need help, if you're getting confused, if one of the assignments is not clear, you can always talk with me. The fastest way to get a hold of me is to send me an email. Here's my email address, Make sure that you're using your PGCC email when you send it, and we can exchange email through Canvas and then also just through your student email at the college. I can also be reached in my office hours. So we have a Zoom link in our Canvas classroom, and we can meet there if you want to talk with me. If you want to have a meeting, we can set that up anytime, or you can come during my office hours. And those are Tuesday, Thursdays from 11 to 12. So guys, I just want to encourage you to get started, to dive in and to think about each week spending some good quality time improving your reading skills, becoming a faster, stronger reader. And I have this practice reading for you to do. You're going to find this in Module 0. It's a short reading, and it's about the Vietnam War Memorial. I have a picture of it here. It's one of the most popular war memorials in Washington, D.C., downtown. You can see it's near the Washington Monument. I hope some of you have had the opportunity to visit this, and you will see that Americans are still looking at this memorial, finding names of friends and family and loved ones, and leaving flowers and other monuments. So I want you to read this short article about this war memorial. You can see I've quoted President John F. Kennedy. He was one of the presidents during this war. And you will find out more about how this memorial came to be when you read the article. So good luck, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll look forward to seeing you in other modules.